Good. We are doing a podcast that talks about five things. And today, Mike, what are we talking about?
5 favorite superheroes.
Yeah. I think this is cool. As our listeners might know, might not know, we did a podcast for a long time called Super Sideshow.
That's right.
And the only thing we talked about were Marvel cinema, MCU movies and TV shows.
Right.
We did that quite a bit. It's actually interesting. The MCU is about to start coming back.
Yeah.
When's the movie coming out this winter? This year?
Well, we've got one coming out in like June. The Spider-Man movie.
Wait, what?
The Spider-Man movie. The newest Spider-Man movie is coming out this spring.
Tom Holland?
Yes.
Spider-Man coming out in June? Well, that's a whole different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But
that's a great podcast, Super Sideshow. If you're rewatching the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, give Super Sideshow a chance. You know, it's like talking about the movies afterwards with friends.
We covered everything up to, when did we stop?
Thunderbolts.
We covered everything. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good time to stop too. So we covered everything up to Thunderbolts. So everything after that we haven't covered, but Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and the only thing since then have been like some TV shows, you know.
Yeah, maybe we'll cover them again. Maybe we'll go back. Who knows?
Yep.
All right, Mike, superheroes. I got my list. And it's interesting I got my list because I was thinking about what makes a good superhero. Okay. I started reading comic books in the 7th grade. I traded, a friend wanted to borrow my Mario little handheld video game. And I said, you can borrow it, but I need collateral. And he said, well, you can hold these comics. And I said, okay.
Nice.
And it was a Wonder Woman. It's some Wonder Woman comics. And I absolutely fell in love with reading them.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, this is like, I was reading on the bus. I was like, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is legitimately fun to do. And so I read comics from probably 13 to 31. And then I quit because it's expensive. But I do have some characters that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
And I'd have a pretty good detailed reason about why I like each one. And there's a couple of them that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
So Mike, who's your number 5?
Well, first, my list is mostly influenced by movies and TV shows, not comic books. Mm-hmm. I read some comics when I was younger, but I never really got into them super big. So my 5th favorite superhero, I've actually got a tie. I couldn't decide between these two. So I've got Daredevil, and that's based entirely on the Netflix TV show, the Daredevil TV show. I loved that series. I love the way it started out, where he's just kind of putting together a uniform, like he's just wearing normal clothes and kind of trying to make himself, cloaking himself a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then he evolves, he iterates on his costume and eventually gets a full one. And the fights and everything in that show were just so cool. He's a pretty good character. I like the blend between him as a superhero and him as a lawyer.
Yeah, Daredevil was a great pick. And I'm trying to remember. So Daredevil season 1 was him becoming a superhero, getting the costume. Daredevil season 2, who was the main villain in that?
Oh, dude, I do not remember any of that.
Kingpin was season 1.
Yeah, and the 3rd season maybe.
Yeah, he was a main villain for the 3rd season with Bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out who was season 2 villain.
I don't know.
I honestly can't remember.
The Punisher showed up during some of that.
Oh, it was the hands. It was all the hand stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so like, what I like about the Daredevil series is it went from he was building up his character. Then in season 2 he had the costume, and then season 3 he lost the costume and was going bare bones again, which is really interesting. The Daredevil. I feel like the Daredevil show has overtaken the comic, even though the comic's really good.
Yeah,
the Daredevil show is probably has a little bit better storytelling and has a tighter character right now. Like if you watch the Daredevil TV show on Netflix, which is coming out again soon, right, Mike? It's coming back out.
Yeah, there's a new season. Of the Disney show coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like I feel like that character and the actor and everything, they've done such a great job with that character. He's iconic at this point. and he's fun to watch. He's fun to kind of deal with.
Yeah, and the Punisher's back again in the second season of the Disney show. So Daredevil's tied with Hawkeye for my 5th place.
Oh, and again, this is an MCU Hawkeye.
It's an MCU Hawkeye, and it's actually 2 Hawkeyes. It's Clint Barton and what's the other one's name?
Kate
Bishop.
Kate Bishop. Played by Holly Stansfield. Yep.
Yeah. Haley and yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Holly Stansfield. Yeah, and Haley Stansfield. Yeah, and Jeremy Renner plays, of course, Hawkeye. Yeah,
yeah,
and yeah.
I just have an affinity for characters using bows and arrows.
That's fair. Did you ever watch? You watched Arrow?
Yeah, I watched Arrow, of course.
Yeah. I feel like
that was like the best CW TV show.
Oh yeah, I feel like every kid wants to shoot someone with an arrow.
I didn't try to, but I had a bow and arrow when I was a kid, and I loved it. So that's.
Did you shoot somebody with it?
I didn't shoot anybody with it. No, I shot things with it, but
I shot someone
really
with it once. I shot at someone.
What kind of a tip was on this arrow?
Oh, it had a blunt tip.
Okay,
yeah, it was
okay.
It was real. Yeah, I could have hurt somebody.
Like a field point. It had a field point on it, right?
Yeah, I could have hurt. I could hurt somebody, but he was being a jerk, so whatever.
Right. Serves him right.
Yeah, it was one of my cousins. He deserved it.
Who you got?
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the MCU, for Hawkeye, has done a great job for. Well, if you've never read the Hawkeye limited series
not.
in the Marvel comic, you should read it. It's actually really good.
Yeah,
it's actually a lot of fun.
Okay.
I read it. Yeah, it's really good.
I should say all of my superheroes are from Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine are not.
That's good.
But I do have a mix. So for number 5 for me, I have Norrin Rod, aka the Silver Surfer.
Ah, yes. Okay.
I don't know what it is about this character, but I really do enjoy him as a character. I think part of it is he sacrifices his own life and himself so he can save his planet. And then he's like tied to this creature who's all powerful, and he has to do the creature's bidding, and then at a certain point he breaks free. And it's like you've got like the surfboard. He has a very strict moral code, which I think is super important for comic book characters. He believes in right and wrong. He doesn't believe in murder.
But isn't he the herald of Galactus?
Well, that's the thing. When he broke free of Galactus, he was like, okay, I have to live a better life. Like he spent, like after he broke free, he was like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing good and helping others because like of to atone for my sins.
Right.
And there's also some other things involved in there as well, which is really interesting. Like if you've there's an old comic written by Jim Sterling, I believe. And it's like he had a whole run where he was dealing with Thanos and everything. And it's really interesting. But Silver Surfer is a fun character, and like of course it doesn't make any sense for one with little being to fly around the cosmos on a surfboard. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's fun to think about. And again, you got wish fulfillment, you got fantasy fulfillment. I would love to be able to do that. And I just think the Silver Surfer is a really great character.
The Silver Surfer Fantastic Four seems like they have a similar origin story, but that's a different Silver Surfer.
Oh, it's a different Silver Surfer, but it's just a different take on it. Like if you're looking at the multiverse type of deal, it's a different take. It's fine.
Oh, that's not another character from the comics. They made that up.
It is. Okay. But it's from a parallel universe. So the Silver Surfer, because I forget the name of Charlotte. I forget Charlotte Vale.
Yeah, Charlotte something.
She in the comics, she was like the president or the leader of the world, and her and Norrin Rod were lovers and stuff like that. But in the Fantastic Four that just came out, she actually sacrificed her life. So it doesn't. Right. The ethos doesn't matter. It's just a different character.
Yeah. At number 4, I've got Black Widow.
Oh, okay.
I just really liked the character. I thought she was great. She was in several movies out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I kind of like that there's superheroes that don't have superpowers. And I wish that they had better management at Disney at the time. I wish they had given her a trilogy. Because I would have loved to see Black Widow as kind of like do like James Bond genre movies with Black Widow, something like that. I think it would have been really cool.
It's very odd to me that Disney didn't think that Scarlett Johansson could pull that off.
Right.
And like, but they thought that Brie Larson could. You know,
I don't have hate for Brie Larson. I thought
I don't have hate for Brie Larson either. But if I had to choose my lead actor for a movie, it would be Scarlett Johansson. She has a proven track record,
right?
And it's just I think it's a lot of subconscious misogyny in that to think,
there absolutely was. There was
our fan base won't
some guy
go.
in management did not want a female lead movie to come out. I can't remember who it was, but like
our fans won't come and see this, which is just completely not true.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like Wonder Woman came out and made a gazillion billion dollars. Yep. It's just like what are we doing here?
Right.
And so like people will go out and see a movie as long as you make it good. And like, and even the internet trolls who are going to hate the movie will pay money to go see it. Yep. So it's just kind of silly. But again, I would have loved to see a trilogy of the Widow character in the MCU. I think that would have been really fun to watch, and it would have done really well. She could have been a James Bond type deal.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to do a James Bond type deal with the Black Panther, but unfortunately, the lead actor for Black Panther passed away. They couldn't do it. My number 4 is Superman.
Superman. Okay.
Oh, I got the Wikipedia, but I should.
And you have not seen the recent Superman movie, right?
No, I don't like that guy. What's his name? James Gunn.
Yeah, I don't like James Gunn fan.
No, but Superman was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. And before I forget, let me make sure I give my roses to the person who created Silver Surfer, which is of course Jack Kirby.
I recognize that name.
Yeah, he's a god. So Superman is very similar in scope. Kind of, not really. It's like his parents send him off before his planet's destroyed, and so he's alone on this earth. He's an orphan. He's the last son of Krypton. And he's raised by some good, strong Midwestern family members, and he becomes like the all-American superhero. I was going to pick Captain America instead of this, but I started thinking between the two, both characters do carry the ideal of where America could be, but I think that Superman carries it to an extent that I'm interested in developing more into versus Captain America. This is just splitting hairs. I could have easily switched them in. But I think that, if you take away what America is currently, which is a crazy bunch of wackadoodles destroying the planet, and you harness where America could be and should be, then Superman, like, I would give Superman comics to a friend of mine's kid. I'd be like, here, read these.
Yeah.
And like, and the kid would learn about basically truth, justice, the American way. And that's something people don't understand. Comic books inherently have a moral compass. Now, you have to be very careful about which superhero you're reading because different characters have different moral compasses.
Right.
But as a whole, like superheroes, like the characters we're talking about, have like a core. Like, and I think that's really important. If like for a kid who's growing up, he has to think, okay, what's my core? Like, what do I say drives me? Like, what's my truth? And Superman just believes in helping people, doing the right thing, and that is, of course, boy scoutish, childish, but
that's what James Gunn was going for in the new movie.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't deny what James Gunn was trying to do. I think he's a great guy, great director. His directing just makes me kind of want to vomit.
Yeah, it was a pretty good movie.
It's too much motion.
I think he he loves doing ensemble movies. I think Superman was a little bit too much of an ensemble. Should have been more of a solo.
It's him.
Yeah,
and it's just too much moving around. Like I was like, I'm getting seasick. And it could just be getting a little older.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem.
I did watch a number of YouTube clips, so I think I watched enough of Superman of the new Superman to know who he is. But yeah, I love Superman. I love his character. I think it's hard to write because you have a character who I think James Gunn does a good job of making him more vulnerable than he's ever been. Like if you take the James Gunn Superman compared to the Zack Snyder Superman, like Zack Snyder Superman would beat the shit out of the James Gunn Superman, because of just
night and day difference.
Yeah, but I mean, he definitely lowered the ability of Superman to make him more interesting. But both characters are still fundamentally super powerful. But it's not about the powers; it's about what he does with it, what he chooses to do with it. That's my number 4.
Number 3, I've got the Hulk.
That's interesting. Go for it. Why?
And this is not really about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is about the TV show that I grew up with as a kid, with Lou Ferrigno playing the Hulk.
Yeah, it's great.
That TV show was so good. Like everybody wanted to be the Hulk when I was a kid.
Watch some old clips of it, dude. Yeah. Watch some old clips. It did not.
It does not age well. Yeah.
No, not at all.
But it's cool, Yeah. Like it's a TV show. They did not have CGI back then. But I like how they were able to do the Hulk by using 2 different actors. One for was it David Banner and one for the Hulk.
Yeah. So in the TV show they named him David Banner, but the character is actually Bruce Banner. And if you read the comic, his name is David Bruce Banner. So it's the whole thing. But no, the cool thing about the Hulk is that he is this, like, if you read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the question is, would a person be evil if no one knew who they were? But the Hulk idea is kind of more about Sigmund Freud's id, ego, superego. And Peter David, I think he passed away, so rest in peace. He kind of developed that even more deeply. But I mean, the idea is that Bruce Banner isn't in control of his life, and at any moment he might like become something different. And how do you deal with that? And if you've never read any Peter David Hulk, you've got to read them. They are fantastic, and it delves into the character in a way that he just goes all into the character's psyche. It's fantastic, so much fun. If you never read it, it's really, really good. It's worth reading. It's really great. What number am I? 3?
Number 3.
Batman.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Batman.
What makes him your favorite? Is it the comics, or is it like a movie, or a blend?
I think all of it. Yeah. I think the comics, the movie, the whole idea of him. I think that different people do a better job of him.
What's your favorite Batman movie?
Favorite Batman movie is The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. Okay, Christopher Nolan.
Yes, that is without objectively the best Batman movie.
Have you seen The Batman?
No, I should.
You should watch it. It's really good.
Yeah. But here's what I like about Batman. He is completely broken and does not know how to fix himself. His parents died, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. He saw his parents murdered, and it broke something inside of him.
Right.
And then at night he dresses up like a bat and goes beats.
He really picked the wrong way to go about it. Like, he should have gotten into philanthropy. That would have been a better use of his wealth.
How would you?
This is all just about like getting out his aggressions.
How would you react if you saw your parents murdered in front of you?
I'm just saying, objectively, if he wanted to do good because he's fighting the villains of Gotham, right?
Because but he's not
kill his parents. So
he's mentally ill.
Right. I'm saying, were he not mentally ill, the better way to use his wealth would be through philanthropy rather than being the Batman.
Here's the truth: if his parents wouldn't have died, he would not care about any of that, and he would
just be a rich kid.
Spending a bunch of money, having fun, not caring.
Right.
But the fact that he saw his parents murdered and realized that the world is terrible and that no matter what you do, it's always going to be that way. And he's like, okay, I'm just going to beat up people the rest of my life.
Right.
And it's weird because Batman doesn't really care about helping people or saving people. He just cares about.
But he doesn't kill people, right? He doesn't kill people.
No, he does not. Yeah. He just cares about beating people up.
Right.
And I think at the end of the day, Superman and Batman, the reason why the two characters are interesting to put together is because they have two completely different reasons to do what they're doing.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. What's your number?
Number two, I've got Captain America.
Perfect. Go for
totally based off of the MCU. Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. Loved those movies. Loved what Captain America stood for. The second Captain America is a very political movie.
Yeah.
And if you go back and watch it, you'll realize that America needs to follow Captain America's ideals from that movie. And we're not right now.
Yeah. No.
And we need to get back to that.
It's pretty much like if you look at the American political system right now, Hydra won. So like,
Yep.
Not good.
Yep.
Not pleasant.
I encourage everybody to watch the second Captain America movie.
Captain America Winter Soldier.
Right. Watch it this weekend.
Chris Evans is Captain America. I have a hard time.
Born to play the role.
Yeah, I have a very hard time thinking about a character who does a better job being the character that they're. Yeah, Chris Evans is just perfect for him.
Right.
I think the one that comes close is Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool.
Yeah.
And that's Hugh what's his name? Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. One could argue that. Tom Holland as Peter Parker Spider-Man. One could argue, but no one does a better job than Chris Evans. Like he just took that role and just made it himself.
Right.
And you see what Chris Evans walk into a room. That's Captain America. No matter what movies he's playing or what he's doing, that's Captain America.
Yeah.
I also think that too. I think Andrew Mackie is doing the best he can as the current Captain America, but like
bad
it's not.
Script.
Yeah, bad script, but also it's hard to follow up somebody like Chris Evans. You really can't. You really can't do it.
100%.
You really can't do it, and that's the bad thing. It's like
they literally fumbled that transition.
Yeah, but a lot of things factored into that. COVID was one of them, and also the script was just not really good, ready to go. Yeah. And plus two, when we look at Falcon and Winter Soldier, we can talk about this all day, but there's a lot of reasons why Captain America: Brave New World didn't work as well. I still like that movie, and I still like Andrew Mackie as Captain America, but it's still not. It's not. It doesn't come close to Chris Evans Captain America.
It's going to be interesting to see two Captain Americas in the new Doomsday movie.
They're going to have to address it, and I hope they address it in a way that shows respect to their relationship, to the dichotomy of it.
Steve Rogers handed him the shield, so that's my thing is like they teed it up, and I'm mixing sports metaphors here. They teed it up perfectly and then fumbled it. But
here's the deal: the Russo brothers have it all back now.
Yeah.
So the Russo brothers had nothing to do with any of this.
Right.
They're back now. Right. So I guarantee you, we're going to have probably a 2-minute scene where they fix it instantly. Yeah. I guess they fix it, and it's like, oh, okay, we're all good. And one of the things that we're going to have to accept is, you're going to have two Captain Americas, and in the comics, you currently have two Captain Americas. So it's
really? What were the two in the comics?
It's Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson. They're both Captain America.
Okay. Do they work together?
They both have shields.
Like, are they?
They work together, and they also work separate. They're both Captain America. Yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
I think it works out really well, and I think because they both represent different things and do things different ways.
Like, Steve Rogers is Cap, right?
What do they call each other?
What do they call each other?
They call each other Sam and Steve.
Okay. All right.
Don't twist your brain too much into it. It's fine. In comic books, there's lots of different instances of two different characters being being the same character. So, for example, transition. My second favorite superhero, which is very interesting because
hang on a second before you do this. I'm trying to will this into being. I'm going to keep saying it on every podcast that I can. I want to see Chris Evans come back as Steve Rogers in like a few years and play old man Captain America. Please, Disney. It would be perfect. Do it.
We'll see.
Do it.
We'll see. My number 2 is Spider-Man. And here's the deal. he's actually my number one, but I'm saving that one spot for a reason. I'll get to that in a second. As my favorite superheroes, he's number 2. As my favorite character of all time, he's my number 1.
Interesting. You gotta explain that.
Because when I say who my number 1 is, it's going to represent what I think a superhero is supposed to be.
Okay.
Versus number 2, which is like my favorite character of all time, is Peter Parker.
Okay.
I think I can't speak enough about Peter Parker. I think he's fantastic. And like I was saying before,
that Nicolas Cage Spider-Man's coming out soon. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
I'm not going to go see that, but who knows? But Peter Parker is the reason why I love Peter Parker so much is because he made a mistake and he paid for it dearly.
Yeah,
but unlike Batman, it did not break him. It made him just kind of be a better person.
Yeah, it made him better. Right.
Yeah, and so Spider-Man is constantly being abused.
And he had the powers, but he wasn't using them the right way. And
with great power comes great
that event is what helped him become a superhero. Like before that, he just had superpowers. He was not a superhero.
Yeah, and not only that, it allowed him to understand that some days, like there's been comics where he is so tired, beaten down, but he still has to do it because he knows that's my job. I have to do this. And I think that a lot of times we as people, we get too tired. We find excuses.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to do the right thing. Right, Peter Parker would never do that. He would always be like, I'm doing the right thing.
He's always looking for the way through instead of the way out.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I can't think of even though my number 1's still there, I can't think of a better superhero character. My formative years was spent reading Spider-Man. And I've always loved him as a character. He's just fantastic.
And he's the coolest looking superhero too. Like that outfit's awesome.
His powers are super cool. And I will say this. The number one thing Marvel Comics did to ruin him was destroy his marriage with Mary Jane. And I will always stay on that.
Yep.
I will always say that. Like that one more day crap they pulled was a huge mistake. They never should have did that. They should, if they wanted him single, they should have made him have a divorce or whatever he had to do. But to erase their relationship, when I was reading comics, they were married. Their relationship mattered, And as a young kid reading about somebody who was married, I always thought, man, marriage is hard. They're going through a hard relationship, And then they just took it away because they thought that young people could only equate to Spider-Man if he was single and young, which is so stupid. And again, people make decisions and that's fine, but that was the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
What's your number 1?
We just talked about my number 1 is Spider-Man.
Hey, Spidey.
Yeah. I don't have really anything to add. I mean, he's the best. He's the greatest.
What's your favorite Spider-Man movie? You gotta pick one.
I'm probably just going to go with the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man, yep.
Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi. Yeah, they did a great job.
I will say that
I'm hoping that the new Tom Holland movie replaces it.
I don't know, man. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
The best superhero movie ever made to a lot of people was Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And I can't argue with that. If you watch Spider-Man 2, it encapsulates everything about superhero comics and superheroes. It's fantastic. My personal favorite, to be honest with you, is Spider-Man No Way Home. I think that's a great movie. And I just why is Spider-Man No Way Home is 2.5 hours of pure entertainment. It's like so much fun to watch.
Which is the one with the vulture? Is that Spider-Man?
A Spider-Man Homecoming.
That was a pretty good one for Tom Holland, I think.
Oh, it was good, but it doesn't compare to the rest of them. If you put all the Spider-Man movies on a table, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1 with Sam Raimi, and then Spider-Man No Way Home just rises to the top. And then you got the bad ones like Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and then Spider-Man Far From Home, which is like, ugh.
I did like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man in the No Way Home.
Yeah. I think Andrew Garfield definitely did a great job with that character in No Way Home. But you're not going to see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man again, at least anytime soon. All right, my number.
Although,
one.
like I said, my Captain America wish, I have the same wish for Spider-Man, and I think that if Sony wanted to really do something with their Spider-Man license, that they should just use those 3 actors and do their own, 3 different complete series of Spider-Man movies.
Well, Tobey Maguire is old, so he's not going to do that anymore.
I like Liam Neeson's old too, but he still does action movies,
Yeah,
so.
but I think Tobey Maguire is like, I'm good, and I think Andrew Garfield's like maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah,
and I think Tom Holland's like, give me 3 more.
Right,
so
right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But number 1 is Robin of Batman Robin.
Robin,
and here's why. Here's why. The idea that I could be Batman's sidekick is what makes Robin so cool. Like like as a young kid reading comics, he's my age.
Yeah,
but he knows how to fight, and he's funny. He laughs. His parents died in front of his eyes, yet he is not broken. He tries to do the right thing. I think Batman and Robin's a great combo, and the Tim Drake Robin in particular is one of my favorite Robins of all time. So again, Robin's is a great character. What probably if I had to say my favorite Spider-Man, Robin, same thing. But again, my formative years was reading Tom Drake as Robin and going and all the different things.
Is Robin a superhero or is he a sidekick?
He's a superhero.
Okay.
Read the not Chuck Todd. Yeah, Chuck Todd. Is it Chuck Todd? No. Hang on. I forget his name, but he wrote a number of comics. Let me find it for you real quick.
Yeah.
Robin.
When you say Chuck, I'm thinking Chuck Taylor. That's the shoe guy.
Chuck Dixon. Read Chuck Dixon's Robin. It's fantastic. He pretty much created and ended the character. Really, really good. Now, I'm probably going to buy some of these. Like, I'm going to buy like a Pierre David Hulk omnibus. I'm going to buy a Robin omnibus. Like, there's so many great stories. If you read comics, like one day I feel like you're going to be sick or something with a flu, and you're going to be like, I got these comics.
Oh man, please give me the flu. That would be awesome.
It's bad. You can tell American capitalism is bad when people want to get the flu.
You know what's nice though is getting a vaccine because you feel sick, so you're like able to like just lay on the couch and watch movies, but you're not really sick and you're going to get better right away. So
okay. That's a pretty good list.
You're saying that Robin's your favorite because he was your age when you were reading it.
Yes.
Makes me think of a non-Marvel superhero I probably should have included in my list, so I'm going to give him an honorable mention.
Sure.
And it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, that's good.
Love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I love the cartoons. I love the movies. I've actually read some of the comics. Love the video games, the Ninja Turtle video games. I love the Ninja Turtles all around. And it's partially because, they were teenagers and I was first introduced to them when I was a teenager. So,
if you really want a wake up call, find the very first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic. The very first one.
I've got a book that has that in it.
Oh, it's bloody, dude. It's bloody.
And they all wear the same color bandana or red, mask. Yeah.
But it's that if you love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you gotta find the first comics, and you'd be like, "Oh my god!" Eastman and what was the name? Eastman and
I can't remember.
I forget the other guy's name. But really, interesting.
But I've got like a collection of their early comics in a book, and then I have Ronin. Where there's one surviving Ninja Turtle. Yeah.
All right, that is our list. Mike, how can people share this list with their friends and family so they can listen to it?
There's a share button. No matter how you're listening to us right now, if it's Apple Podcasts, if it's Spotify, whatever it is, there's a share button. Hit the share button and share this podcast with whoever you read comics with or go to movies with. Let them know. Rate this podcast. It'll really help. We'd appreciate it. It'll help others find us, so we can keep doing this.
Yeah, and give us a shout out and tell your friends. Hopefully, we'll keep doing this for a little bit longer. We'll see.
Right? Yeah, we'll see. We're on Threads at 5 with Mike and Jay. Hit us up. let us know what you'd like to hear us talk about, or comment on this podcast or any of our previous ones. We've got 44 in the can that you can listen to.
Oh yeah, good stuff. All right, see you guys next time.